Hey, it's Katie, and welcome back to my BookTube channel. Okay, so for today's video, I will be doing a reading vlog of The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. And before I get into this book, I wanted to say that my fiance came up with this great idea of calling reading vlogs book adventures because it fits with my channel name, Book Adventures with Katie, and it also kind of represents what a reading vlog is. I'm basically bringing you guys along on a book adventure, so I think I'm going to start calling these book adventures now, so let me know what you guys think about that. But I am very excited and also very nervous to start this book. Obviously, you've probably heard of this. I feel like it's all over the book community, especially Book Talk, and everybody has amazing things to say about it. And also, a lot of people get really emotional when they read this and they cry. And I'm not somebody who cries a lot when I read books, so I'm a little nervous that this will kind of destroy me, but I'm also excited because I've been waiting for a book to kind of make me cry and feel those emotions that I feel like everybody else feels when they read. And I mean, I always feel a lot of emotions when I read, but I never really cry physical tears. So I'm kind of hoping that this will be the book to do that, which I feel like that sounds weird that I'm hoping I'll cry, but I feel like as a reader, you guys probably understand. But I'm very excited to pick this one up. I love mythology. Greek mythology has always been so cool to me and it always grabs my interest, and I honestly don't know a lot about this. I know it's obviously about Achilles and I think about Patroclus as well, and I don't really know a lot. I've been trying to avoid reading the synopsis. I don't know why. I just for some reason want to go into this book kind of blind. But I'm assuming there's going to be references to things that I've heard about when I was learning mythology things. Because I did take a mythology class in college, and I also had like a mythology unit in school before then. So I know a little bit of the background knowledge, so I'm hoping that kind of helps me out. But what I did notice about this book is that in the back, there's a character glossary, and it has like the characters that are going to be in the story, and it gives you like a little description of them. So that'll be good for if I am confused. I will definitely flip to that. But sorry, this was kind of a long intro. I'm also going to try to improve these book adventures a little bit because usually I have the camera on the tripod, but I will be trying to take the camera off the tripod and kind of show you more of what else I do in my life in between reading. So hopefully that helps a little bit and breaks up my random thoughts that I throw at you guys. But we will see how this goes. I am really excited to pick this one up. So I will see you guys after I read a chunk and get a feel for the story. Alright, so I'm trying really hard to figure out a way to hold this camera correctly because, like I said in the intro, I usually have this camera on a tripod, so trying to vlog has been really difficult. I cannot get the angles right, so this should be interesting. But anyway, it has been a ton of hours since I talked to you guys last, and I have not read as much of The Song of Achilles as I would like. I went out on the balcony in my new apartment. I just moved in a few weeks ago and I've been really loving the balcony. It's been a really nice place to read, but I went out there with my fiance and we ended up just talking instead of reading, so I didn't actually open this until recently. I am really liking it so far. I really think the writing is really interesting. I feel like it fits the Greek mythology vibe perfectly, which I don't really know how to explain. It just feels like it fits really well, and I'm really enjoying the writing because it makes it very easy to understand and kind of relatable, which I appreciate. And I love that Madeline Miller is treating this like all of these characters are just new to this book, and she introduces them in a way that she kind of explains who they are, so you don't have to have any like background on Greek mythology to really understand this book, which I appreciate because even though I've always been interested in mythology, I could never keep any of the people straight. So I do appreciate the help, and I also am really enjoying the main characters so far, Achilles and Patroclus. I know that, I'm only 50 pages in, so I haven't really you know, gotten to know them too well, but I love that they seem very relatable. I feel like in mythology, most of the people seem kind of like untouchable, and I mean, obviously godlike is a good way to describe it, but I appreciate that so far they seem like real people. They seem like people I could bump into on the street, or I would have maybe met at school. So it's really interesting, and I am enjoying it so far. I can definitely see how this book, you know, could break me, because there's already been some moments that were pretty sad, and I'm only 50 pages in. So I'm gonna go to bed because it is after midnight and I am exhausted. But I will definitely read more of this after work tomorrow, so I will see you guys then. Hey guys, it is a new day and it's already like 8 o'clock at night. I haven't done too much reading of the Song of Achilles. I am reading like 3 books right now, so I was reading a different book earlier and I finally finished it. I was reading Would Like to Meet by Rachel Winters and I really liked that one, but I wanted to get that one done before I kept reading Song of Achilles. But I am finally a little bit further. I think I'm now over 100 pages in, so we read like another 50 pages, which was great, and I'm still really, really liking it. I was really worried that this book would have really sophisticated writing and that I wouldn't feel smart enough to really be reading this book, but I'm very glad that that is not the case. It's super easy to understand, and I'm really appreciating that. And I also love that Achilles and Patroclus are very relatable. They kind of seem like just regular boys, and I think that's really cool. Obviously, they have like expectations that go along with their roles within their society, but it is really nice that they just are written like super relatable. And I'm really enjoying that as well. Also, like I said, I am like really enjoying the writing, and I've been reading every single word in this book, which I usually don't do. I've even been rereading some paragraphs because I think it's written so well, and I feel like that just says how amazing Madeline Miller's writing is. It's super great, and I feel like I can't put into words how much I am enjoying it. And also, I didn't realize that there's going to be like a little touch of spice in here. I don't know if we're gonna have more moments like that, but there was at least one scene that had a little bit of spice, and I wasn't really expecting it. It was still subtle, but you know, it still caught me off guard. And then I also just wanted to say that I do not think I'm ready for the rest of this book. I cannot believe how invested I am in their relationship, because it literally starts from when they first are introduced, when they're so young, and you watch them go from strangers to really close friends to now potentially being more. And I think this book is probably going to wreck me. I feel like I can already see how this makes people really emotional, and I'm excited to continue, but I'm super nervous as well. But I am going to try to get a good chunk of this book done today. I'm going to keep drinking my juice pouch and probably go out on my balcony. I don't know if I told you guys, but I moved recently and I have a balcony now, and I'm scared of heights, so I didn't know if I'd like it, but it's quickly becoming like my favorite little reading area. So I will probably try to do some reading out there before it gets too dark. So I will probably see you guys out there. Alright guys, so I just wanted to do an update on my balcony before it got too dark, because it's after 9 o'clock already. But I have read like about 50 more pages of this, and I'm still really enjoying it. I don't have too many more thoughts. I just wanted to get this in so you could see a little bit of my balcony, but still really liking it. And there was a little bit more spice, and it definitely caught me off guard. I don't want to, you know, spoil anything for you guys, but I didn't expect some of the things that just happened to happen. So like I said, I'm like 150 pages in, so if you've read it, you might know what scenes I'm talking about, but caught me off guard. But I'm still really enjoying it. I'm going to try to read at least 50 more pages before I stop for tonight. But yeah, I'm still really enjoying this spot out here. I was eating some salt and vinegar chips because I found that I usually don't eat while I read, but it's kind of been my new thing to eat chips while I'm reading. So let me know what kind of things you like to snack on while you read. I feel like, I don't know, everybody has something different probably, but chips have been my thing lately. So that's what I'm doing now. I will probably try to read some more before it gets too dark. But yeah, I will see you guys later. I wanted to tell you guys one more thing before I go back inside off of this balcony. It has absolutely nothing to do with Song of Achilles, but usually when I'm out here, I don't really see anybody, like nothing really happens. Occasionally I see people like walk to their car, but I just saw somebody sit on the back of a car with like a whole bunch of their friends inside, and the person driving sped away and he flew off the car and hit the ground, and he said he was bleeding and his friends were trying to check on him, and he was definitely upset, which I can imagine. But don't sit on top of a car, folks. Like, if it's not safe, and it kind of stressed me out, but there's some entertainment for you guys. Pretty sure he's fine, but that was kind of the most interesting thing that happened today. The next day, and it's almost been like 24 hours since I updated last, but I don't remember how far into Song of Achilles I was last time I saw you guys. I'm now like 250 pages in, so I feel like I've read a good amount since my last update, but I am still really enjoying it. The war has started now, so we do have some like battle scenes, and we have Achilles and Patroclus trying to deal with all of the death and violence and all of that. And it's definitely really interesting. And it's also kind of sad because you can kind of see them start to grow apart a little bit. At least that's how I feel like the relationship is going right now. But I am just getting more and more scared to keep turning the pages because I know that there's something coming that makes everybody cry. And so it's like I can't put this book down, but I'm also scared to keep reading. So that's where I'm at right now, but I'm really trying to finish this tonight. So you might see me cry in one of these next clips. I have no idea. We'll see. You guys, I am now 300 pages in, so I only have like 60 or 70 pages left. And I'm not ready for it to end because I know it's going to be super emotional. I'm very attached to these characters and I can tell that they're growing apart. There's definitely some conflict happening. And obviously I feel like we know how at least one of the parts of the story are going to end. And I am definitely not ready. Also, wait, this way. I have my stuffed animals here, which is totally not part of the book. But we have Claire. Oh. Carl, and Jeff. But anyway, I'm not ready for it to end. I'm already like getting a little emotional, and I don't even think we're to the emotional part yet, so that's good. And also I wanted to say that I really love all of the time jumps that happen in this book because I feel like usually that would make me really nervous, but it's done so effectively, and you really do get to see their relationship grow from when they first meet when they're children to now. It's like, you know, between chapters, sometimes even years will pass, and it's just, I don't know, I can't even explain. It's just done so well, and it just makes you really happy. But I am really enjoying it, not ready for it to end, kind of terrified. But I'm going to go eat some dinner because my fiance made some chicken stir fry, which is one of my favorite things that he makes. So it smells so good. So I'm going to go do that, and then I will probably finish the book. I have read 30 more pages, and so far I'm not crying any physical tears, but I'm definitely crying a lot on the inside because I'm on page like 335 or something like that, and I did not expect that to happen. I'm sure that like if you know a lot about Greek mythology, you probably knew that was coming, but it really caught me off guard and I was not ready. And I feel like that might have been a moment where people were crying because I'm crying a lot on the inside. I just haven't cried physical tears yet. But I feel like this is something that I'm going to be thinking about for a while. Like,
I can't believe how attached I am to these characters, and I don't know. I feel like maybe the reason I'm not crying is because I'm kind of exhausted right now, but this is very emotional and very intense, and I can't believe I only have like 20 or 30 pages left, so I will probably see you guys really soon with some more random thoughts. I finally finished it, and I know I'm smiling right now, but it was definitely a very emotional, like heartbreaking ending. I'm trying to not spoil things for you guys, so I can't tell you why, obviously, but I haven't fully processed the ending. It's definitely really sad and powerful and heartbreaking, like I said, but it was so good. I definitely see why this book is so hyped up, and I'm so glad that I loved it as much as I was hoping that I did. I am a little bit sad that I did not cry, though, but it honestly could just be that I just was not in a good mood today, and I'm exhausted right now, so, like, it could have just been that and not the book. But I also don't cry really easily. I did cry a lot on the inside, so hopefully that counts. But it's so good. And I feel like I didn't understand why people kept saying such amazing things about it until I read it. But it's even better than I expected. I feel like all the clips I filmed throughout this book adventure definitely captures how great this book is. So if you are waiting for a sign to pick it up, this is your sign. It's so good, totally worth all the hype. And Madeline Miller's writing was absolutely amazing. I don't know, just the whole writing style, it seems so relatable, but it's so like eloquent and easy to understand, and it's just everything you can hope. It's one of my favorite writing styles, I think, that I've read maybe ever. It's so well written. I can't say enough good things about it. And obviously, I loved Patroclus and Achilles, especially Patroclus. I feel like he was definitely more relatable than Achilles, at least personally, but they were both written so well that, I don't know, it was just so easy to get attached to them. And watching their relationship grow was just so special. And I don't know, I really love it, and I feel like this is going to be a book that I recommend to people for a while, and a book I talk about for a long time. So thank you guys for coming along on this book adventure and watching me go through all my emotions for Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. This is definitely going to be a 5-star read for me, and I will have a full Goodreads review, which I will have linked below if you want to check that out. But please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I would really, really appreciate it. And if you do subscribe, click the notification bell so you know when I upload next. But thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to see you in my next video.